This is the Wordlife Show, hosted by Krazy on Ujima 98 FM, Tuesdays 8 till 10. Right, so this is the Wordlife Show. Pick up everyone that's locked in. Okay, so this is the section of the show where we do the interview. So, right, what I want to do is introduce to the world and anyone who doesn't know already. Okay, this is B-E-Z.
What we saying?
Right, okay, so right, obviously I know who you are. This is Wordlife family from day dot, from even before day one. Like when we had the meetings deciding, I mean, like, I know too much, yeah. But let's pretend that like you're chatting to nobody who knows any idea who you are, and let's give the world a quick introduction about yourself.
Okay, so quick flashback. B-E-Z started when I was like 15. Krazy, recorded my first song. Went on 18, met Trigger Don. Trigger Don taught me about the music business, all those kind of things. Started making music from there. Flash forward to that, Young UK, which I met through Krazy.
Easy.
When he had the
Big up UK.
When he had the UK hip hop show, that was like my first radio show.
Okay.
And then since then, just shows after shows, Harbour Festival, all the Bristol festivals, couple London festivals, just moving. And now we're on Statement Season Volume 2, so it's been a mad journey still.
I feel we've just had a very, very crash course history lesson.
Nah.
I mean, I just wanted you to tell them your name, fam.
There's so much. there's so much to talk about, but yeah.
Bruv, yeah, nah, so that's the first ever track that you ever recorded was in my studio.
That was when you had it was built into your wardrobe, if I remember.
Was that the wardrobe one that you got? Okay, so basically we had two wardrobes, we stuck them together, and we cut off the doors and everything. We put a door on the back, we had lights in there, we cut a little hole through so you could see through to the engineer, who was also myself. And and that's B-E-Z come round.
That was me, yeah.
And that was the birth. I didn't realise, I thought I was being brought a little prodigy.
Nah, I've always been ready though. Like,
you had bars even then days. You had bars, so obviously you've been working from then.
Yeah, straight, and still to this day, no pen needed, just off in my head.
Okay, yeah. So that's something I was going to touch on actually. So you, I mean, a lot of who is it that's famous for Jay-Z in it?
Yeah, and Biggie as well.
And Biggie, and a few other rappers. They managed to I don't know, what is it? Some Rain Man skill, yeah.
No, do you know what it is? It's like I just make it in my head, and where some people would write it line by line on the paper, I can just do it in my head, and I can't write it down because as soon as I've written it down, it's left my brain, innit? So that's just the psychology of it. It's one of them.
Do you know? I think everyone's got their own methods, but that probably is by far the most impressive of the methods. Let's be real. So you don't write any lyrics down at all?
No, I don't. But that's why the beat is so important to me. Like, the beat has to move me, like move my soul, and then it'll come.
For you to make it worth you remembering all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know? I can relate to that because there's a lot of people's names I forget because they're not worth remembering.
And it's just one of those. And as soon as it's made and I hear the beat, it just comes to my head.
See, when you say you hear the beat, now you make a lot of your own beats now.
Yeah, I do now. Like my Statement Season Volume 1 was all me. Obviously, before that, when I first started, it was mostly your production and production that people you know. Yeah. I spent a lot of time with Cali Mist as well. I got
wicked producer, man. Yeah.
I spent a lot of time with him, and he showed me a lot about recording vocals and just the whole process. Like he showed me a lot. So. Yeah, credits to him still. I mean,
credit where credit's due. Big up Cali Mist. Yeah, man, all of the Tough Touch gang.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so, right, you've got, well, the reason we have artists come on, obviously your Wordlife family.
Don't know.
But you've got a series of EPs.
Yeah.
Coming out. Now, they're not albums, they're not mixtapes because you made all the beats.
Yeah.
They are all EPs, yeah?
So, it's funny, because recently, iTunes and Spotify changed their laws, innit? So it's like anything that's over 30 minutes is classed as an album now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is that why everyone's doing?
See, that's why Kanye did those series of those series when he did his album, he did Nas's album, he did Pusha T's album, and they were made as EPs. But they're
really short.
When the rules changed, like anything over 30 minutes is classed as an album now. So
I never knew that. So that's down to the online sites doing that,
yeah? Yeah, well, so I guess it's kind of online sites is where it happens now, isn't it? Spotify,
it makes sense.
Apple and all those things, but yeah, they just kind of changed it because of the streaming laws and all that. So.
Right, so it's just down to streaming regulations.
Yeah,
that's
so
because I'm from the old school days when albums used to have like 11,
songs,
15 plus tracks, double CDs, things like that. You know what I mean? Now people are coming out with like these 6 tracks albums.
But
isn't it?
music's consumed differently now, isn't it? Like people won't listen to a 15 album.
A 15-song album, no.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you take your favorite songs off that album and that's in your playlist along with your favorite songs from this artist and that artist. So
this is educational.
The way that music is consumed is not the same, so it makes sense. Like that's why I did my EPs this way before they made that change, because I know how music is consumed. Like, I don't want to listen to a 10-song album. Unless it's from someone. I was
gonna say, because back in the day, like some of these albums, you could just listen to every track.
It's true.
You know what I mean, and I think the difference is a lot of these artists now struggle to make an album that is 15 tracks strong, or bangers that you don't skip through.
It's true, like and I make songs religiously. I record religiously, as you know. That's just the era we're from.
Yeah.
But it's the thing where it's like, unless it's some like Jay-Z's album 444,
yeah,
that's probably the last album that I listened to more than, I think he only had 10. Again, he only had like 10 songs.
Yeah, it was quite short.
And for him, like he would have like 17, 15 songs on his album. So it's kind of like, unless there's someone who's fully established, I'm not really. You have to keep my attention with all the music and everything, and that's difficult.
Yeah, fair.
So that's how music is, isn't it? So
okay, so now we get that part. So Statement Season.
Yeah.
You've released part 1.
So part 1's out. It's only on my SoundCloud, and I did it that way because
it's a free project.
Yeah. So 2 will be. It's a free project again, but 2 will be on iTunes and it'll be on Spotify.
So you're investing in this one, spreading out a bit more to get. Yeah. Because as you said, everyone's on Spotify nowadays.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the streaming speaks for itself, innit? Like
a lot of people are saying SoundCloud's dying.
Do you know? I think that's only people who don't know how to use it. It's like it's not.
I think from a consumer point of view, though.
Yeah, I mean. But then you can put music on SoundCloud, for example, that you don't necessarily put on an album project.
So you could all your throwaway songs or little bits and that.
Songs that didn't make the album or whatever. It's just extra content where if people don't know you, they'll check out your SoundCloud before they go to your Spotify or before they go to
this is fair.
So it's like I said.
So it's still got a use.
Yeah, it's not like it was.
It's just not going to be what it was before then.
That's how everything is. It changes. Like I said, Spotify and all that. Like more times, songs I listen to, I go to YouTube, bro.
This is me. Do you know everything for me is on YouTube?
Just go on YouTube.
I barely watch television nowadays.
Yeah.
More time it'd be for a streaming site if I do.
Exactly.
But most programs or things that I do watch are YouTube.
Especially songs as well, and it's like that's why Leo Cohen. He's the guy who was at Def Jam,
Yeah.
And then he was at 360 Records.
Yeah.
The ones who managed Migos and that. Now he's the head of YouTube.
Wow.
Like because the way that YouTube has billions of people that use it. So
it's like the biggest platform in the world.
Yeah, and that's where people go for their music. So people have their Spotifys which they pay their thing for, but you got to be a passionate music listener to pay for Spotify, because most people I know, they have the free one where they got to watch all the adverts.
Yeah. Which is annoying.
Go on YouTube. Yeah. And you can watch pretty much what you want, innit?
I think there's more on YouTube, if we're honest, at the moment. Spotify, they've got exclusives.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's quite annoying because you go online and you find the track that's slowed down. Nobody wants to listen to the new Eminem song like this. It sounds terrible, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it's one of them. It's YouTube, and that's just how music is. So first EP is on SoundCloud. Like when I put the second one on to Spotify, the first one will be on there, so you can listen to it, and then when the third one comes out, I'll put all of them on, so you can listen. You'll be able to listen to the trilogy, basically.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Like the Star Wars trilogy, but B-E-Z.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the reason I made 3 is because, like, artists don't necessarily think about legacy in their music. Like your music will be here long after you're not here, innit?
This is fair. Yeah.
It's like Lil Wayne has the Carters.
Yeah.
Jay-Z has the Blueprints. Like all
and
artists.
B-E-Z has Statement Seasons.
Exactly. All the artists.
Is there any revelation like part 3 where you go back to the start and you reveal your own dad or something like that? No, nothing all that.
So there's a couple storytelling songs on there.
Yeah.
Nothing that deep, like, but.
I am my own father.
Like the first one is kind of. The first one is like like what the title says is a statement.
Yeah.
Second one is more, there's songs on there that are more in depth about me, and as an artist I don't really go into my personal. I just keep the artist side, but there's a few songs on here that
I think people like knowing the ins and outs of artists nowadays.
I think that's
it's a bit warm in there, so I have to excuse that. Yeah. Now we've got the cameras in, they can see. Turn your head around, look at that, a bead of sweat coming down. Right now it's actually warm, but it's also because we got a hot show on.
But so number 2, Statement Season Volume 2 is like, it's my best body of work to date.
Yes.
But all my projects are like that.
Now I'm aware that one of them is grime. Is that right? Or 140?
Or
has that changed?
It's kind of changed since then.
Okay.
So Statement Season Volume 2 has a faster tempo to it.
Right.
But it's kind of, there's some grime songs on there.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to make it about one thing.
Okay. You just wanted it to be a whole album, but you focused on the 140 element, the faster. Because I know I heard some flows from you for that project.
And I've still got them.
That shut down a lot of people in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, really good.
Some of them they're fire still, but again, because of the change of how it's now considered an album, it's like you have to approach it differently.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So some of the songs, some of those songs are still on there.
And these fast bars that you write to that, you write them in your head as well.
Yeah, all of them.
Oh my mind.